Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. So you can learn more about our 2021 Dublin City Summer Camps Job Fair, and that hopefully you want to come work for our camps this summer and provide you a great experience for you to work with children. To start off, I want to introduce my team. I'm Kevin Lacey. I'm the Youth Recreation Program Supervisor. I oversee all of our camps, the hiring, the training. I work with the site supervisors. You would see me on site as a resource to support you. I would come around to the different rooms to get to know you, get to know the kids, help you in any way I can, and provide you any kind of resources and ensure that we are running a safe and effective camp. Rachel. I'll have Rachel introduce herself and give a little bit of background on her experience and her role and what she does for our camps.
Hi guys, I'm Rachel Kites. I'm the Preschool Youth Recreation Program Coordinator. During the normal year, minus summer camps, I do all the logistics for all of our preschool youth and right now teen programming. So everything we do here out of the rec center with contract employees who may have come and played basketball before, that's through us. For summer camps, I help with the logistics of orientation and throughout the year, locations, facility bookings, everything else. To come to me, you'd come for questions, BCI checks, your background fingerprinting checks, really anything CPR training, you would come to me for that. So that's just kind of my role in the logistical nightmare of summer camps. That's me.
Tammy.
Hi everyone, I'm Tammy Abel. I'm the Preschool Youth Program Specialist, and during the summer, during the camp seasons, I do all the supply ordering. So any supplies that are needed for camp, I would be ordering them. This year I'm going to be doing a lot with curriculum, the planning of curriculum and all of that. During a normal year, I would plan all the field trips and the swimming trips and stuff like that. Other than that, I'm around for logistics help and anything you guys need.
Jody, how about you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jody Sheely, and I oversee any of our campers with disabilities who need accommodations. So we are a very inclusive camp setting throughout all our camps. And our biggest goal is for everyone to be successful in them. So any accommodations that are needed for them to achieve that, we figure it out and get those going within the camp. I also have an adapted staff placed at each site to help those kids with their accommodations. I have the best job because I get to run around all through the camps.
And previously, I was a summer camp supervisor for 5 summers here with our Wyandotte camps. And I know Tammy, she is a previous supervisor as well at our Discovery camp. So we have a couple of veteran camp staff that can help support you. So come join Dublin summer camps. Why not? Look at the smiling faces. This gives you the opportunity to engage with children, be a kid at heart, and have fun. As you can see, there's a couple of games of dodgeball going on here. So why would you want to be a camp counselor then? You get to interact with those children, making lasting memories for both you and them. You never know the impact that you can make as a camp counselor on the life of a child. Something you do now could have total impact on them 20 years later. Their kids could come back and say, oh, I remember that counselor from when I was in summer camp. And they made this special card with me in art. And I will always forget that because my brother was injured from falling from a tree and he broke his arm. And we were making cards and art. And he really took to heart my situation. And I will never forget that when I was in summer camp. You get to play games and plan cool activities. So, gym games. medic dodgeball. You can play heads up, 7-up, action auction. If you don't know what action auction is, if you have your group and you make a competition out of it, who is the best dancer? You break them up into groups. They each pick who the best dancer is, and you go into a competition. You get to sing songs. Lead your kids in learning art, science, sports and games, and character education. Have you ever heard of the song Baby Shark? Well, this is one of the kids' favorite songs at camp. So if you've never heard of Baby Shark, go on YouTube and look at what Baby Shark is. Arts and crafts. You can work with paper mache, pour art, sequence. There are so many different materials that you can work on with art. Sports and games, ultimate frisbee, soccer, character education, team building games, learning how to work with each other, how campers can best work with each other, building toothpick bridges, creating camp arcade games out of boxes. You get to be a role model for youth that supports the development and lifelong learning. Role modeling means you're leading and you're helping them learn and grow through their experience at camp. You get to meet new people and be part of a supportive camp family. There's you and other counselors, and you're able to meet and you're able to learn from them and create new ideas at camp. Camp jobs offer skill building and leadership training that can help enhance your job marketability and grow professionally. So we have orientation. We give you all the tools and the training to prepare you for camp. We also have fit trainings. These are annual trainings. There are 5 to 6 a year that you can sign up for, and you are taught different leadership skills that you can take with you to the job force, or you can use on your job as a camp counselor. Camp counselor responsibilities: oversee the safety and well-being of the campers in your care. It's very important. Safety is the #1 priority at camp. Maintain camper discipline to achieve camp objectives. Behavior management is key. As campers with different developmental levels need help solving conflict between them and other campers. Develop campers' independence, self-esteem, and peer relationships. Lead camp songs, camp activities, and implement lesson plans with your group that revolves around arts and crafts, science, character education, and sports, like I mentioned earlier, and demonstrate enthusiasm for those and participate in all camp activities. If you're developing enthusiasm, it's going to be infectious and it's going to come across to the campers, and they are going to be enthusiastic as well about what you're providing them. Follow all policies outlined in the camp handbook. Here's some more sample activities. Talked about action auction, splat, chemical reactions. You can explore with outdoor education. Cohort competitions. This past summer, they had a house cup challenge where each of the cohorts could earn points based on how well they followed the guidelines, our COVID guidelines for the summer. How well did they socially distance? How well did they wear their mask? Camp descriptions. Here's a few pictures of our past camps. This picture on the left is one from our Camp Olympics. And there's sidewalk chalk. That can be, you can do that as a club. Playground adventure camp. This is our first step in the summer camp experience. It provides campers with a half-day outdoor camp experience. This camp provides a variety of amenities. As you can see, here is the picture of our art barn. There is plenty of field outside to play sports games, as well as other activities. So they would start the day completing an arts and crafts activity, and then they would walk to Coffin Park. If you've never been to Coffin Park, it's a beautiful facility. There's 2 playgrounds there. They can play on the playgrounds. You can play different games with them on the playground equipment. Follow the leader, or there's plenty of green space there for you to create your own activities. You could have nature hikes. Then they would come back and they could participate in another activity at the art barn, play another game, have a science lesson. And then they would go home. So camp dates, June 7th through July 30th. Our camp times for our ages 3 to 5 are 9 to noon, and our ages 6 to 8 are 12:30 to 3:30. There are 10 campers in this camp per week. We are hiring approximately 3 staff for this camp. The campers must be potty trained. Junior Wyandotte. This is our next step in the summer camp ladder. So we're going from our half-day option to our fuller day option. This is a 7-hour camp day, provides age-specific activities for continued growth and social development, self-esteem, and independence. The structured camp day provides exploratory activities in sports, science, nature, art, and character building. There is no swimming and field trips this summer with this camp option. This is an all-week registration, so you will have all your campers through the whole summer. Camp times are 9 to 4. There are 16 campers per both locations. One camper is at Ted Kaltenbach Park, and the other camp is here at the Dublin Community Recreation Center. Here are 2 pictures. This is Kaltenbach Community Center. This is the rec center, and we are hiring approximately 8 staff for this location. Wyandotte Camp. This is our standard Wyandotte Camp. This is for ages 6 to 10. This is our 3rd step in the summer camp experience that revolves around performing arts, health, wellness, and physical activities, nature, science exploration, and character development, built into an 8-hour day. Campers are engaged in a variety of structured indoor and outdoor activities. Swimming is available once per week at the North Pole. There are no field trips, but this is an all-week registration, so you would have all your campers for the whole summer. Since Wyandotte Camp is in the elementary school, you would be in a classroom with your cohort, and there's plenty of outside space and playground area to engage with your campers. You would have your own personalized space this summer for you to do whatever activities you would like with your children. The camp times are 8:30 to 4:30. The camp date runs from June 7th through July 30th, and there are 112 campers at this location. Campers are broken into cohorts of 8 campers to 2 staff, and we are hiring approximately 30 staff for this location. Campers must complete kindergarten by the first day of camp. Wyandotte Leads Camp. This is our last step in the ladder. Wyandotte Leads stands for Leadership, Ethics, Esteem, and Duty. This is for our campers that are age 11 through 14, and it's the last step in the summer camp experience with activities designed for children entering middle school. This camp has specific programming in drama, fitness, sports, team building, art, science, and community engagement. 3 days a week is the traditional summer camp experience, and 2 days there will be on-site service projects. Swimming is available once per week at the North Pole, and it is all 8-week registration, which means you would have your campers, same campers in your cohort throughout the entire summer. Camp dates are June 7th through July 30th. The camp times are 8:30 to 4:30. There are 48 campers enrollment for this site. Cohorts will be broken into 8 campers to 2 staff, just like with our other sites, and we're hiring approximately 14 staff. Camp staff testimonials. This gives you another reason why you would want to work camp. These are from this past summer. You can take a moment and read what these testimonials are and what summer camp meant to this staff this past summer. Required orientation training dates. So as part of the preparation for summer camp, we have required orientation. These are the dates below. Tuesday, June 1st through Friday, June 4th. During this orientation, you learn policies, procedures, you learn the structure of camp, you learn behavior management, you learn camp songs and games, you learn forms, you have required city training, you have child abuse training, you have mental health training, you have sexual harassment training, and you have CPR first aid certification, which happens on the last day of orientation. Each week, camp staff will have weekly meetings, 1 hour each week during the camp season, and then there's an all camp staff summer training on Monday, June 21st. So these are the important dates for you to write down if you are planning on working camp this summer, as they are required. Hiring process. Apply online at www.dublinohiousa.gov/careers. Attend an interview. If you are selected for it, you must complete a background check, pass a pre-employment drug screen, have 2 successful reference checks, pass a check through the National Sex Offender Registry, and complete a new hire orientation through Human Resources, and attend mandatory training and orientation. Part of that orientation will also be some online components that you would learn about later. What questions do we have? If you have any questions, you can put them in the chat, or you can ask out loud. What questions do you have about the summer? If you don't have any questions, here's our contact list. Again, so you can ask questions. Something came through the chat. Do we get to pick which age group you get to work with? Absolutely, you can explain that as part of your preference during the interview process as to what age you want to work with. And then we would place you in the age group that is more of your preference or more of your experience or skill. There aren't guarantees, but that's what we would do our best. The question is mandatory training date, June 21st. What was the question about the June 21st?
Kevin, I just added in all the training dates in case they didn't get them written down.
Okay. What other questions might you have? Okay. What is the timetable for the hiring process? The timetable is after your interview. If you are selected, you'll get a contingency offer letter. If you accept that letter, then within a couple of days, you will fill out an online form to submit to a background check through Human Resources. Then after that, we would schedule a new hire orientation, and those are scheduled weekly, once per week. So from the interview to the onboarding process, it could be a month. It depends. If you're getting hired so close to the season, the turnaround could be just several days. but the timetable kind of depends on when you apply. But we get you onboarded as soon as possible after your interview. Any other questions? Hagen, will there be any way to access this presentation after the meeting? I can email you this presentation, yes, absolutely. Any other questions about your role at camp? Anything else anyone else would like to add? Tammy, Rachel?
I would just like to say it's a super fun job. I know we make it
Yes.
sound a little crazy with COVID policies and everything this year, but the world's changing, so we're still changing our policies and procedures to make it just as fun as previous years. So if you ever attended camps in the past when you were little and saw how fun they were then, they're definitely going to be better this year. We can promise you that. So we hope to see you in an interview in a couple weeks, and we hope to see you this summer too. So thank you.
I would just like to add, it's a great job for anyone that's thinking about going in the field of working with children, whether you're going to be a teacher or anything dealing with children. This is a great job to get your feet wet and get in there and actually see what it's like to work with children, and it looks really good on resumes.
Absolutely. There's no other job that you can have more fun than working with kids in a summer camp setting. So, and you get your nights and weekends off. So definitely a resume builder for an educator. And then Rachel just dropped the link below, dublinohiousa.gov/careers to apply. Any other questions? Okay. Well, if there are no other questions, I will email you this presentation. Please go online and apply so we can schedule you for an interview. Thank you so much for your time today.
Hope to see you at camp.
Yeah, hope to see you at camp. Don't miss out on the fun.